ज्ञानरूपिणं ज्ञानभानुमहं वन्दे सद्गुरुं सत्यसायिनम्। ॐ श्रीगुरवे श्रीसत्यसायिनाथ श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि नमः। ॐ श्रीपरमगुरवे श्रीशिरडिसायिनाथ श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि नमः। ॐ श्री परमेष्टिगुरवे श्रीदत्तात्रेयस्वामि श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि नमः। सद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। हरिः ॐ। Chandrasekhar, you can show the script. असौव्यः असौव्यः यस्ताम्रः ताम्रो अरुणः अरुण उत उत बभ्रुः बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः सुमङ्गल इति सुमङ्गलः ये च क्षेमाम् इमागुं रुद्राः रुद्रा अभितः अभितो दिक्षु दिक्षु श्रिताः श्रिताः सहस्रशः सहस्रशोभा सहस्रश इति सहस्रशः अवैषाम् येषागुं हेडः हेड इमहे इमः इतीमहे असौयः यो यो वसर्पति अवसर्पति नीलग्रीवः अवसर्पतीत्यवसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः नीलग्रीव इति नीलग्रीवः विलोहित इति विलोहितः उतैनं येनं गोपाः गोपा अदृशन् गोपा इति गोपाः अदृशन् अदृशन्नुदहार्यः उदहार्य इत्युदहार्यः उतैनं येनो विश्वा विश्वभूतानि भूतानि सह सदृष्टः दृष्टो मृडयाति मृडयाति नः न इति नः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Offering our collective love at Bhagwan's divine lotus feet. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hari Om, Shalom, Sai Ram, Namaste. This is a constant quest. Trishna. You should never entertain the idea that you know. If you entertain the idea that you know, that is the fundamental issue that creates duality. You and the one that you know. Oh, what is this, sir? How can I not know? If I don't know how I execute, How do I do things? Huh? This is the next question that will come. I am a doctor. I need to know how to do surgery. Then only I can do surgery. Without knowing how can I do surgery, I have to study. That means when I study, I know. Is there a difference between knowing and learning? Is there a difference between knowing and learning? Learning is always happening. It has no end. It's eternal, timeless. Knowing has a start point and an end point. Just know this. If we learn this, then it will be significantly different. Knowing has a start point, end point. Learning has no end point. It's a constant quest that's happening. Do you have to only know things to do things? Or can you do and also learn? Are you, when you are doing surgery as a doctor, are you are you not learning every time you do surgery? Something new? Uh, when you are, so that attitude completely, totally eliminates this end point of knowing and therefore eliminates duality. When we focus on this, that eliminates the root of everything that is associated with our existence. And so last week we finished the two mantras associated with Asavyastamro Arunavata Babrusu Mangalaha, which is associated with judgments, predicaments, and then the next mantra associated with from what point of view we try to look at consciousness. Gopaha Nilagrivaya Nilagrivo Vilohitaha Utainang Gopa Adrushan Adrushan Udaharyaha Nila Utainam Vishwabhutani Sadrushto Mrudayati Naka. All those three aspects is from the point of view of this sun, Asau, Yo Avasarpati, Nilagriva, Vilohita, where we are talking about unconditioned, the pleasure associated with yourself is not conditioned, whether you are a realized soul, whether you are that indulged in senses, or whether you are the one who is equipoised in seeing the whole universe as the manifestation of the divinity, that point of view is always giving pleasure, unconditionally being happy. That is the essence of last mantra. Be happy. That's what Bhagavan says. So that is, then the next question is, yes, you are happy, but your happiness is conditioned by one thing. You understand? You understand? Our happiness is conditioned. How is it conditioned? It is conditioned by some cause, isn't it? You are happy when there is a cause. You post something and somebody puts namaskaram or like sign or a heart or something. You are happy. Oh, look at that. They liked my sharing. That doesn't even belong to you. You forwarded somebody's message. Uh, look at our life, how conditioned it became. Why do you have to feel happy when you forward somebody else's message, most of the time without even reading it, and lot of it truly junk? How we indulge ourselves in all this stupidity. Isn't it stupidity? Just look at how much time we waste. forwarding or looking at messages of others. And then if you do fact check on most of them, they're all ignorant. They're not even facts. So our pleasure is conditioned. And that conditioning is because of something deep root, what is called as desire. So then its next mantra, Samhita Patha. Okay. If you have the Samhita Patha means what we chant regularly. Okay. Srikant Vadde, chant the ninth mantra, ninth ruk. Start with Om and scale F. Om.
ॐ नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीढुषे अथो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोहन्तेभ्यो करन्नमः
ఎందుకు అంత nervous? Huh? Why are you so nervous? Chant happily.
Okay.
Nobody is going to judge you. Huh? They're all very keenly listening so that they know their mistakes,
I'll chant
not to
one.
judge you.
I'll chant one.
Yes, Airam.
ॐ नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीढुषे अथो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोहन्तेभ्यो करन्नमः
Very good. One more time. Everybody else, you have to also chant with him, not listen to him chant. Yeah, చేతులు ఇట్లా పెట్టుకొని కూర్చోవడం కాదు, చాంట్ చేయాలి. You have to all chant.
ॐ नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीढुषे अथो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोहन्तेभ्यो करन्नमः
Very good. In this mantra, now look at the padas. Can you share the Samhita Pata, Sairama? You have Samhita Pata ready also?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Namaha Astu Nilagirivaya Sahasrakshaya Meedhushe Atho Ye Asyaha Satvanaha Aham Tebhyaha Akaram Namaha. Those are the padas. Namaha Astu Nilagirivaya Sahasrakshaya Me Dhu She, not me do she. Me Dhu Dhu Me Dhu She Atho Ye Asyaha Satvanaha Aham Tebhyaha Akaram Namaha. Those are the words underneath that. For this mantra, Shambhu is the Rishi. It is Anushtup Chandas. And Shambhu is also the Devata. There is a Rishi named Shambhu. The Devata is Shambhu, the deity to which every one of the Ruks in Rudram has a Rishi, a Chandas, and the Devata. And therefore, remembrance of that Rishi is in gratitude, gratefulness. He is the one, the Drashta of this mantra. So now, what is the Padapatha associated with this? Now, when you look at the Kramapatha, you will follow the words that are 1, 2, 2, 3. Let's go to the Kramapatha sharing. 1, 2, 2, 3. Like that you are going, right? 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8. And if in between a single word that has two words in it is used, then there you actually create a break to say that in that word there are two words. Like in this ruk, Neela Griva is two words. Neela Griva. Sahasraksha is two words. Sahasra Aksha. Therefore, it becomes Sahasraksha. Now you are learning Rudram completely differently now. Uh, Yesterday I sent that message to all those registered in CHAM 2024. I have to thank my brothers and sisters who have done an amazing job of listening to more than 200 plus recordings and writing detailed comments how the chanting has to be improved. And to be quite honest with you, only 10% or less out of the 200 plus registered meet the criteria of chanting perfectly. That is the beginning. Only 10% or less. All the rest, they're thinking they already know Rudram. Therefore, they don't have to come to practices. Therefore, they don't have to put any effort. So, I'm not criticizing people. I'm saying how much reality we are lost from. What our mind is telling, Are Rudram only? No, I know. I already know Rudram. Why do I need to come to practice? And on Wednesdays, we are actually doing krama practice at 8 o'clock PST. So that the people that are learning krama are coming and practicing the krama, not just listen once and go. It won't get retained. It will not get retained unless I know my brother that comes for the Abhishek, the Yajna from Shimoga, Chidambar Bhatt. Every day he takes at least one panasa from Samhita Patha and Krama Patha. Every day he does Adhyayanam. Every day. Otherwise it won't get retained. So here we are very pressed for time. We all want to get into this after we get retired. And once you get retired, you know your learning skills have gone down significantly. You can't even listen properly, let alone chant. Voice is cracking, it can't maintain scale, no energy because you're fraught with allergies. How can you learn Vedam at that age? I am not age discriminatory. I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying, when you really truly have the trushna that goes with practice, now you can create time for this. Time will be created. Same 24 hours is not same 24 hours anymore. Namo astu Neelagrivaya Sahasrakshaya. Now, at the end of the line, the word will be also indicating to say Nama Iti Namaha or something like that. So you know this is the end of the line, and the next line starts. Same principle 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7. And when you are chanting like that, your mind will focus on each word, and then you will automatically the mind will sink in to say, oh, I know this word, oh, I know this word. The moment you start when you say I know this word, I know the meaning of this word, I am not, then they say, how do I become aware of this sound that is created, not the word, not the word as literally, now the sound associated with it. Okay, now let's look at the Padapatham. As I was looking at, as I am doing Padapatham, you have the script in front of you. You say, okay, now first word, second word. You have to focus on that. Then you will understand very clearly. Om Namaha Astu Neelagriva Eti Neela Grivaya Sahasrakshayeti Sahasra Akshaya Medhushe अथो इति ये अस्य सत्त्वानः अहं तेभ्यः akaram akaram namaha. Those are the words. Pada. Namaha astu. Namaha astu. Astu means be it. Namaha, not mine. May it be not mine. What is not mine? What I am identified with myself as is not this. This is not this. It's beyond it. Namo astu. Not namaste here. Namo astu. Neelagrivaya. Meaning of the word Neelagrivaya. What was the meaning last time? Last class we said Neelagriva meaning
Blue neck.
blue neck. That is not the same meaning in here. But we'll leave it like that for right now. Neelagrivaya. Literal meaning. Sahasra akshaya. See, Sahasra aksha. Sahasra means infinite number of. Aksha means eyes. Literal meaning. Meedhushe, unconditional giver, downpour of grace. Like what's happening now. Meedhushe, atho, ye, asya, that. Now, which is atho ye, asya, satvanaha. Satvanaha means servants. Tebhyaha, two means all those servants who attend upon him. Akaran namaha. Karam means do, akaram means unconditionally do. Namaha, salutations, starts with the namaha astu, ends with namaha. Namo ast, that is the literal meaning of this mantra. Salutations be to that. Neelagriva, the blue-necked one, who also has infinite number of eyes, Sahasra Aksha, and who pours down salutations from me also to the servants who attend upon him. Satvanaha tebhyaha akaran namaha. So I always, in the practice sessions, I always say, tebhyo karannamaha, they chant. Tebhyo karannamaha is incorrect. You cannot split there. Tebhyo karannamaha. Because there is akaran, which is avagraham is there, so you have to pay attention to that. Apostrophe or a two with a long tail in other scripts. Okay, now let's get to chanting this mantra. Let's go with Gauri. Gauri, please chant along with me, please. Scale F. By the way, many thanks to the brother and sister who worked on the script and corrected at least the first Anvaka. Now putting phonetics, putting pauses. You see this? This is love of Swami. This is love of Swami, nothing else but that. You see, all the script is corrected now. And I posted, even putting Enam Vishwa. This is God's grace.
Uncle, that's how Swami gives you extra time.
Because it is not this body doing anymore. Because we are, all the work is done by Bhagavan with the Sahasrakshaha, Sahasrapat, infinite number of eyes, infinite number of heads, infinite number of limbs involved in doing his work. Not only as Virat Swarupa is doing the work, but also the incredible mind, the supramental Hiranyagarbha mind. The moment a thought comes, moment something instantaneously you know that it is not your thought. Why? Yesterday itself I had an incredible thing that happened. I won't get into the, let's go into the, if I start talking about Swami and Hiranyagarbha, I'll get lost in it. It is an experience all the time. How much so is that you know, you means this individual I knows. No, no, this thought is actually not mine. Because if it is mine, it will be just me, the individual. But then what happens when 15 other people have the same thought and they all come together and work instantaneously without any gap? Then they're part of the divine dream. Om Namo Astu.
Om Namo Astu. Om Namo Astu.
Astu Nilagrivaaya.
Astu Nilagrivaaya.
Astu Nilagrivaaya.
Astu Nilagrivaaya. Astu Nilagrivaaya.
Okay, Sai Rama, can you please share the Word document, Kana, instead of this? Because the swaras are not showing up explicitly. So the Word
Yeah.
document may, yeah.
Can I share the other one, this one, Anna? So please see if this is better.
Ah, yes, it is better. Yes. How come yours big? Yeah, this is better. Yeah, go down
Because
now.
in,
Go down.
in conversion something happened, Anna. So we'll talk about that later. But
Yeah, yeah. Om Namo Astu. Astu Nilagrivaaya.
Om Namo Astu. Astu Nilagrivaaya. Om Namo Astu. Astu Nilagrivaaya.
Nilagrivaaya Sahasrakshaya.
Uncle, the Sahasra Ras Anutatam or flat.
Nilagrivaaya Sahasrakshaya.
Nilagrivaaya Sahasrakshaya. Nilagrivaaya Sahasrakshaya.
Nilagrivaayeti Nilagrivaaya.
Nilagrivaayeti Nilagrivaaya. Nilagrivaayeti Nilagrivaaya.
Sahasrakshaya Meedhushe.
Sahasrakshaya Meedhushe. Sahasrakshaya Meedhushe.
Sahasrakshayeti Sahasra Akshaya.
Sahasrakshayeti Sahasra Akshaya. Sahasrakshayeti Sahasra Akshaya.
Meedhusha iti Meedhushe.
Meedhusha iti Meedhushe. Meedhusha iti meedhushe.
अथो ये
Atho ye, atho ye,
अथो इत्यथो
atho ityatho, atho ityatho,
ये अस्य
ye asya, ye asya,
अस्य सत्त्वानः
asya satvanaha, asya satvanaha,
सत्त्वानोऽहम्
satvanoham, satvanoham,
अहन्तेभ्यः
ahantebhyaha, ahantebhyaha,
तेभ्योऽकरम्
tebhyo karam, tebhyo karam,
अकरन्नमः
akaran namaha, akaran namaha,
नम इति नमः
nama iti namaha, nama iti namaha.
That's the Ruk, number 9. So I'll chant the whole Ruk. All of you listen carefully, and then while Gauri is chanting, you can all practice yourself. Om Namo Astu Astu Nilaggrivaya Nilaggrivaya Sahasrakshaya सह नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय नीलग्रीवायेति नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीढुषे सहस्राक्षायेति सहस्र क्षाय मीढुष इति मीढुषे अथो ये अथो इत्यथो ये अस्य अस्य सत्त्वानः सत्त्वानोऽहम् अहन्तेभ्यः तेभ्योऽकरम् अकरन्नमः नम इति नमः
Om Namo Astu Astu Nilaggrivaya Nilaggrivaya Sahasrakshaya Nilaggrivayeti Nilaggrivaya सहस्राक्षाय मीढुषे सहस्राक्षायेति सहस्र अक्षाय मीढुष इति मीढुषे अथो ये अथो इत्यथो ये अस्य अस्य सत्त्वानः सत्त्वानोऽहम् अहन्तेभ्यः तेभ्योऽकरम् अकरन् sorry Anna, can you scroll up a little bit? Thank you. Akaran, akaran, akaran namaha, nama iti namaha.
Chanting is good, Appa. Scale is not consistent, slightly lower than F. Okay. See, that is the other thing you all have to practice. Mm, at least doing some omkar sadhana with the scale. Putting the scale. Are you consistently saying omkaram, right? In this scale, for example, which probably not ideal for everyone, you have to figure out what your scale is and to be able to listen to yourself. Om. You need to be able to make sure that that consistency of scale is there while chanting. Now here you say this mantra, krama patham, you say atho ityatho, because even though atho is one word, there are exceptional words like atho, then also uto, ityuto, like we say, right? They're called, there are special rules associated with what are called samanya padas, or what we call as ordinary words, exceptional, and you have to notice those. See, that's how the mind should work on. Arey, atho is one word. How come it is split in the, it is not at the end of the thing, atho is in the beginning. How is atho split? You get that, and then Swami will give you the answer. Namayiti namaha, that only happens at the end of the word. So atho, so this meaning of this, namo astu Nilagriwaya Sahasrakshaya. Sahasrakshaya Midhushe Atho Ye Asya Sattvanah Ahantebhyaha Akarannamaha. Now, when you look at the mantra, okay, the one who is blue necked, infinite number of eyes. Have you ever seen Shiva with infinite number of eyes? So obviously that immediately tells you that there is more deeper than what we associate with these mantras. Midhushe. And who are these servants? And I am also saluting to the servants who are who attend upon him. Then you turn the focus of the mantra into yourself. Nila means also water. Griva means evaporation. Nila Griva means the one who evaporates water. Then 1,000 eyes means infinite number of rays that are enabling you to see. When you are seeing something physically, what you are able to see is because of the light shining upon it. And then what is water evaporation? One of the job functions of the sun god is to evaporate water, no? Only when the water is evaporated, because of the intensity of the rays coming from him, what happens because of that? There is a cloud formation and there is a shower. Midhushe. From that point of view, we are connected. Oh, there is this. Sahasraksha, Nilagriva, he is not only doing it outside of you, he is actually doing it to you. Uh, be in the hot summer in Guntur. There are the water is coming, evaporating and coming out of every pore of the skin. You take shower, come out, you are showering again. First one is external shower, and not only Guntur, Chennai is another great example. I experience, you don't, because then the penetration of the heat causes this perspiration. And when that perspiration happens, there is a shower. Nilagriva Sahasrakshaya, Midushe, total shower. Now, who are these servants? Is a servant that are attending to him. They also salute to him. Who are the servants? The servants are your own senses. Their job function is to attend to him, not to funnel your or fuel your ego. Their actual job function of the senses that you have is to basically attend to the divine master. Therefore, Bhagavan says, master the mind and become the master mind. So now what is all of this stuff about? This mantra is really about when the desires inside you evaporate because of the inner yearning towards divinity, then there will be a shower of grace. And when that grace showers, all the senses within you turn towards Him. And to those senses that have surrendered to you, I offer my salutations. Ayyo Rama. What, what, what? Just listening to that yourself, you should be getting, oh my God, what is this profound thing that is talking about? So, those that do the job function, a Nandi, a Bhrungi, a Chandi, all these Pramatha Ganas, they are his servants. Now I'm talking Hindu point of view, the mythological point of view. When you go into a Shiva temple, you're not even supposed to look at Shiva directly. Only put your two fingers on his two horns and say, may I have your master's darshan, please. So Nandi represents that one of the senses that is 100% focused on only looking at the divinity, nothing else. Bhringi doesn't do anything other than attending to the Lord. Such a fanatic devotee of God. These are all fanatics. They turn into fanatics because the moment they connect to the Lord, they don't care. They will only do things that the Master has to do. Surrendered to Him. And to such surrendered senses within me, I am also offering my salutations to my surrendered senses. And when do the senses surrender to God? Only when the desires evaporate. When do the desires evaporate? When there is intensity of yearning for God. That intensity of yearning is Sahasraksha. And this perspiration, Midushe grace is His grace then showers. Desires evaporate because of the yearning. And then there is a shower of grace. And in that grace, these senses recognize, oh my God, the Master is here. We should not chase the desires. We should surrender to Him. And when they surrender to Him, your ego says, I also surrender. I am in your presence. புரிஞ்சுதா சந்திரசேகரா?
Yes.
Okay, now you chant the whole thing one more time.
Om Namo Astu Astu Neelagrivaya Neelagrivaya Sahasrakshaya Neelagrivayeti Neelagrivaya Sahasrakshaya, sorry, Sahasrakshaya Midhushe Sahasrakshayeti, sorry, Sahasrakshayeti oops. Sahasrakshayeti sahasra akshaya midhusha iti midhushe atho ityato ye asya satvanaha satvanoham ahantebhyah tebhyo karam akaran namaha nama iti namaha.
Akaran namaha. I am now bowing to this akaram, no action. It is action in inaction, inaction in action. When desires evaporate and senses surrender and turn towards God, what is your state? And then how beautiful this mantra, Akaran Namaha. I also not only salute to the senses, I also salute to the senses that are not doing anything. சும்மா இரு, அவ்வளவுதான். மகா மந்திர, சும்மா இரு. This state is சும்மா இரு. சும்மா இரு means be still, be quiet. And then immediately oh no, what do you mean? If I don't do action, who will take care of myself? Who will take care of my children? Who will take care of my life? Who will do my work? Who will do that? All these thousands of questions come. But you don't understand. In that stillness, magnanimous things are happening through you. You are not the doer anymore. You understand how each word, now if you pay attention to this, when you chant first two words, meaning is complete. Second and third word, meaning is complete. Third and fourth word, meaning is complete. Everything becomes a sentence. And then you experience this. My God. Therefore, actually, truly speaking, every syllable, every word is conceived, understood, and then got expressed in that supreme awareness by these rishis. So how we transcended the first 5 rooks about purity, and then there is fear, then there are judgments, then there is pleasure. Now you see, I'm speaking totally out of awareness of the mantra, because it's like the mind has become a slave to the mantra. So therefore, the mantra takes over the mind, and then the mind has not, in that state of the lower mind associated with the senses, that mind now is in a different level of awareness. And that awareness, therefore, is not limited to this body identification. It transcends that now. No fear, pleasure, sealing on desires, no desires. What is that state? Cannot be explained. Pramuncha dhanvanaha. So the Samhita Pathanam. Chant the Samhita Patha, Chandrasekhara.
ॐ प्रमुञ्च धन्वनस्त्वमुभयोरात्नियोर्ज्याम् याश्च ते हस्त इषवः पराता भगवो बप.
Sarya chant. One more time.
ॐ प्रमुञ्च धन्वनस्त्वमुभयोरात्नियोर्ज्याम् याश्च ते हस्त इषवः पराता भगवो बप.
This mantra is, look at the words now in this mantra. Pramuncha dhanvanaha tvam ubhayoh artni yoh jam. Have you looked at so many words in that? Pramuncha dhanvanaha tvam ubhayoh artni. Listen to this carefully when people are chanting this. Mobhayorartni yorjam. You have to pronounce every single consonant. And when people are chanting fast, like sometimes I notice there is no what we call there is no totality of chant, the speed. When you are not clear on what you are chanting, and when you don't know the exact swaras of what you are chanting, your speed chanting is a disaster. So you have to learn, practice at a very slow speed. Pra muncha dhanvanaha tvam ubhayoh artni yoh jyam yah cha te hasta ishavaha para tah bhagavah vapa. The rishi for this mantra is Narada. The chandas is Anushtup, and the deity is Rudra. So let us first look at the Padapatha associated with this mantra. Preti muncha dhanvanaha tvam ubhayo artniyoh jyam yah cha te haste ishavah pareti ताः भगव इति भगवः वप. That's the pada patham. Let's look at the krama patham. Okay, back to Gauri. Somehow the sound is not completely clear, Malik. I don't know whether you are.
Yeah, so I think I just changed my setting to original sound for musicians, uncle.
Yeah, and also cancellation of noise, that would help. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Om pramuncha
Pramuncha, pramuncha,
muncha dhanvanaha
muncha dhanvanaha, muncha dhanvanaha,
dhanvanastvam
dhanvanastvam, dhanvanastvam,
tvamubhayoh
tvamubhayoh, tvamubhayoh,
ubhayorartniyoh
ubhayorartniyoh, ubhayorartniyoh,
artniyorjyam
artniyorjyam, artniyorjyam,
jyamitijyam
jyamitijyam, jyamitijyam,
yascha
yascha, yascha,
chate
chate, chate,
te haste
te haste, te haste,
hasta ishavah
hasta ishabaha, hasta ishabaha,
ishavah para
ishavah para, ishavah para,
paratah
paratah, paratah,
ta bhagavah
ta bhagavah, ta bhagavah,
bhagavo vapa
bhagavo vapa, bhagavo vapa,
bhagava iti bhagavah
bhagava iti bhagavah, bhagava iti bhagavah,
vah
vaha, vaha.
pramuncha
Uncle,
muncha
vapi,
dhanva. Yeah, Saira.
vapeti vapa,
Yeah, vapeti vapam
vapeti vapa, vapeti vapa,
pramuncha muncha dhanvanaha dhanvanastvam tvamubhayoh ubhayorartniyoh ज्याम् ज्यामिति ज्याम् याश्च च ते ते हस्ते हस्त ईशवः ईशवः परा पराताः ता भगवः भगवो वप भगव इति भगवः वपेति वप
ॐ प्रमुञ्च मुञ्च धन्वनः धन्वनस्त्वं त्वमुभयोः उभयोरात्नियोः आर्त्नियोर्ज्याम् ज्यामिति ज्याम् याश्च च ते हस्ते हस्त ईशवः ईशवः परा पराताः ता भगवः भगवो वप भगव इति भगवः वपेति वप.
Okay, that Vaha is the only place, otherwise beautiful chanting.
Uncle, one more
So, Ma,
Uvayorani. I think it's R is something.
Sairam, I can't hear you properly, Sonia.
Sorry, can you hear me? It's noisy here. Uvayorani, and the next is Artni. Is an R missing before the T?
Yeah. It's missing in Devanagari too.
Where? Okay, what are you? What is? Can you point out what she's asking, Sairama? I am blissed out.
Ubhayorartni. There is an R missing, Uncle.
Ubhayorartini, Ubhayorartini. That is correct only, no? Ubhayorartini.
There is an R missing here, Uncle.
Rartini, yes, Artiniyo, yes. There is an R missing. Can you go back to the word version and correct it, Sairama?
But the next one says Arthni, so I thought maybe this.
One second. प्रमुञ्च मुञ्च धन्वनक धन्वनस्त्वं त्वमुभयोः उभयोरार्तिनि रार्तिनि. There is an R missing. Yes, go to the word version and fix it there.
Yeah, I'll fix it now because I'm on Mac actually. So
Okay.
I'll
Ubhayorartini, R is missing. Ubhayorartini. Artini Yorjam. Yes, that's correct. Ubhayorartini Yorjam. Yes. Thank you. There is also another one, Sairama. If you go up in the Abhito Dikshu, Dikshu Shritaha. I think we put an extra visarga there, which Abhito Dikshu. No, keep going up. Abhito Dikshu. That Dikshu Shrita, there is no extra Sha there because it is Dikshu Shrita. It is not Dikshuhu Shrita. So there is that needs to be corrected. Yes. Please correct that also. Okay, those are the two. Good.
so the ish should be removed. Is what you're saying.
The Sha should be removed. The
Sure,
extra
no,
Sha
sure.
should be removed.
Okay.
Yeah. Dikshu Shrita. Very good. Excellent. Paying attention to the detail. Okay, so very quickly, let's go through the meaning of this. Tomorrow there is no class, so we'll meet again. We won't meet on the 9th, March 9th, because March 8th is Mahashivratri celebrations. So, so we will meet again on the March 10th. Oh, March 10th? Yes, March 10th. March 16th is the Maha Rudrabhishekam. So, now I have to create a calendar and share with you so that you can also put these automatically in your calendars. So, Veda study calendar. I'll share a calendar with you. How to automatically your iPhone, everything will sync up with that calendar. And so I don't have to remind you. Now you don't have any excuse because your iPhone will remind you. Yeah, when is next Maharudravshekam? When is DM Parayana? How beautiful that is, yeah, for those who are connected to it. For those that are intimidated by it, God bless them. Pramuncha. So now the desires are pretty much under control, eliminated. Senses are focused on God. What is remaining? What is remaining? Thought is remaining. Pra, muncha. Muncha means unstring. Pra, muncha, release it. Pra, muncha means release. Release what? Bhagavan, Bhagavaha, O Bhagavan. Pramuncha, what we call the right word for that is when you take a bow and then you loosen on both ends. What are you loosening? Yaha, yoh, jam. Yoh means that, jam means string. Ubhayoh, on both ends, artni. Are, of what? Dhanvanaha tvam, your bow. If you just listen even to the meaning of this is archery class. I am done. Therefore, unfurl, loosen both ends of the bow, and then untie from both ends the string of your bow. And those arrows that you have, yah cha te haste ishavaha, those arrows that are in your hand, te haste, your hand, yah cha te ishavaha, all those arrows of those of yours, paratah vapa, set them aside. Are you all connected? Because are you okay if I take 10 more minutes to finish this mantra so that we don't have, yes, yah, yes, okay. Just thinking about the meaning of the mantra, automatically you will go into silence. What are you referring to as? Now you all know the Da Vinci codes. What is the bow, Radha Krishnan, Satish? What is the bow? Unmute, Tambi. Are you scratching your head or what? Uh, what is the bow, da? Mind. Ashrit, Kasturi. What is the arrow?
Thoughts,
Huh?
thoughts,
Thoughts, yeah. Arrows are thoughts. Very good. What is the string? Only when you learn archery, there is bow. The bow has a stick and a string, and then you have the arrow, and you have the hands. This is archery, no? All the Hindus, show me a picture of Shiva holding a bow and an arrow, all of that stuff. Hindus, please show me a picture. You never worship Shiva with all those things. Your Shiva carries Trishul. Okay. What is the string? What is the string? What is the string? Sri Vidya. What is the string? Sri Vidya Ramesh. Blissed out.
It's the desire.
Wow. So what strings your mind? What ties your mind? If you just let go of the desire, the mind is disengaged. Are we talking meaning of some Shiva? Aprenden, Rosa, tú aprendes.
Aprendo.
¿Aprendes?
Aprendo un
Aprendo.
poco. Sí,
Aprendo. Okay.
sí,
Okay.
gracias, Sairam. Aprendo mucho.
Aprendo mucho. Oh,
Sí,
gracias. Yes. Muy bien,
Sairam.
muy bien. Estoy feliz.
Yo también, muy feliz.
She's saying she's also very happy. Now,
Yes,
why you are happy? Because now there is no reason to be happy, no season to be happy. You are simply happy. Then what
yes,
happened? You took your mind and you said, this desire, I am not going to engage my mind in this desire. And the
yes,
moment you say, I'm not engaging my mind with this desire, what is the point of an arrow that you have in your hand? What is the point of that arrow in your hand?
en
What will you do
español.
with it? What will you do with it? You will not have any use for that thought. So, what do you have to do with the thought then? Set aside. Set aside. Arey, what is this Rudram here? You have been studying, chanting. And the reason why I'm spending all this time is now this expansion of all of you, many of you now trying to teach others how to chant Rudram. When you chant in this awareness, I'm telling you 100%, the people that are learning from you will have a lot more. Very quickly they will learn. Why? Because you are talking with awareness in that present. Now, people ask me, no, uncle, this is too much for me, uncle. I am just a simple, humble, fumble chanter. You are asking me to do all this stuff. What is this? This is too much, uncle. Huh? Yes. That's called fumble chanting. This is called humble chanting. Because you are connected in humility, what this mantra is about. And then this pramuncha dhanvanaha. So, who are you asking to untie? Who is asking? This is the next question. Bhagavaha, you're referring this to Bhagavan. Hey Bhagwan, hey Bhagwan, please, you, ah, without the tension of this bow, the arrow cannot be launched. Similarly, a mind without desire cannot be brought forth into action. And now you ask the question, then how do I do my work? I have now the same question. 100 people are asking the same question. Now, how do I work? How do I take care of my children? How do I live my life? How do I drive my car? How do I do all these things? Aren't if I am not in action, then oh no, no, you are then in the action of inaction. I am sounding like that Kailas fellow. What's his name? What's his name? Lot of trolls on him. Nityananda. I may be sounding like that. It becomes gibberish now. What is inaction in action? What is inaction in action? Now, are those two, um, so your ability to act and your ability to be aware, are those two separate things? For example, when you are driving your car, are you aware constantly of the car, how the wheels are moving, what road they are going, how much you are pressing on accelerator, when do you have to brake? Think about your own driving. Or if driving is an action, are you actually completely aware of everything that you're doing with your action? Your eyes are seeing through the side mirrors, whatever. Just think about that. Are you not listening to a bhajan or something or some radio or some music? You're listening to that music, but still you are driving. Aren't you actually paying attention to the music and singing a bhajan while driving? Hello, please stay with me, no? Stay with me, no? So what I'm talking about is your body to function with all its senses in the context of doing its routine things and you being aware and not and be still without action, both are possible because one is completely not associated with your awareness. Am I making sense? Pramuncha dhanvanaha tvam ubhayoh artiniyoh jam. Now, what is this desire? What is the motivation of this desire? The motivation of our desire is, I will tell you, first one is wealth. I want to get more money for myself and future generation. I want to have power. I want to have fame. I want to be prosperous. I also want to gain quote unquote knowledge. But then there is the another desire, which is the desireless desire, which is to achieve detachment. That is also in a point of view. Now I'm building up. Just look at this. All of these things. So our desires are propelled by four P's. One is pleasure. Second is pursuit. Third is purpose. Now you're all completely confused after this mantra, like my buddy who comes to study circle. I understood everything until you made some statement at the end that completely threw me off. And then he doesn't come for study circle next 3 weeks because he's but then he comes back and then he says, that was very beautiful. Now I understand what was being said. That was very inspiring. Now you understand, brothers and sisters, for a totally spiritual person, even doing yajna and yaga and all those things to gain some kind of spiritual achievement is also a desire that strings the mind. Nishkama karma, desireless action, and offering all the results at the divine and not be attached to any of those, including spiritual achievement. So, Bhagwan, who is within you, you pray to him, untie me from anything that is associated with coming back and living that result. Untie me from anything. What if I do yajnas, yagas, all these good actions? They're better than bad actions for sure. But they're because they are motivated by some kind of purpose, and that purpose is what is driving you to do all these things. And then in driving that sankalpa, you say, my gotra, my nakshatra, my this, my that. And then you're creating all this ruckus for people. You are not doing this yajna for your nakshatra and your gotra. You are doing this yajna for universal peace and not to create pieces in the name of God. And therefore, when we are connected to this supreme aspect of untying that mind, then what happens? What do I do with my hands? What do I do with my, what do I do with my thought? What do I do with my hands? What do I do with all of that stuff? What will be their purpose? What will be their goal? Oh Lord, take my hands
Take my love and let it flow
and
in
let it
fullness
flow
of
in fullness of devotion
devotion.
to thee. O Lord, take my hands and let them work incessantly for thee. O Lord, take my soul and let it merge in one with thee. O Lord, take my mind and thoughts and let them be in tune with thee. I think I'm missing two or three here because my mind is thoughtless now. So that is required to sing these words. O Lord, take my love and let it flow in fullness of one with thee. O Lord, take my hands and let them work incessantly for thee. O Lord, take my soul and let it merge in one with thee. O Lord, take my mind and thoughts and let them be in tune with thee. O Lord, take my everything and let me be an instrument to work for thee. That is the essence of this mantra. To be simply an instrument. And if it is the will of the divine mind, he will engage you in whatever action that is propelled by that movement, not the movement of this individual self. That's the essence of today's sharing. Thank you for indulging and staying half an hour more. Lot to contemplate before Mahashivratri. And that is the essence of Mahashivratri. That is the essence of Mahashivratri. Yadaksharapada Bhrashtam. Can you pull up and chant Chandrasekhara?
Shekhar, one quick question before we finish.
Yes, I will come to questions in a second. Is it related to chanting logistics?
Yes, Shekhar.
Ah, Sita shared a very beautiful sharing that before we started this session, I was playing a bhajan of Bhagwan on Rama, and Swami was holding a bow in that video. Now perceptually you understand, not intellectually, that how Bhagwan is present with us, and he is part of every session. He is part of every study circle. He is part of every satsang. And he shows his presence either through a thought for the day or a picture or something or a video. Thank you, Ma, for sharing that. I really appreciate Swami holding a bow before this session. Pramuncha Dhanvanastvam Rartni Orjam. Let us give the bow to him. Let us be, let us do whatever he wants to do, string or unstring. Sometimes he strings only to tune it, and there will be a tension. When he wants to do his work through you, because your mind is his and the desire is his, the mind is his. Now it doesn't belong to you. He will tie, create tension. Otherwise, the bow is useless for his work. That is very beautiful state to be. Yes. Who is chanting? I said Chandrasekhar. Yeah.
ॐ यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव नारायण नमोऽस्तु ते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व साईश्वर अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व साईश्वर अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष साईश्वर हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु स्वस्तिः प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः.
What's the question, Ma Sangha?
Shikhaji, when Visarga comes at the end, we identify that with the preceding letter. So for Danvanaha and all, is that applicable only for A, E and U and not for O or even for O? Because I didn't hear that for Ubhayorartniyoho, we didn't say. We stopped with Visarga sound itself. So is that applicable only for A, E and U and not for certain letters, or is it applicable for all?
Sarga Yoh. Okay, so what? So what do you mean applicable to?
No, that
I'm not trying to
we have to
understand.
with the preceding letter should be end only for A, E and U
Can
sound,
you
or
pull up what she's talking about, Sairama? Just 1 second. Let's look at what you are asking. Yoh Rartni Yorjam. Is that what you're asking?
yes, Shekha. We stopped with Ubhayorartniyoh. We didn't finish with at least I didn't hear that. Ending with O sound. We didn't finish with the preceding letter of O sound. We just stopped with Visarga sound itself.
No,
There
no,
I felt.
no, ma, 1 second, ma, 1 second. Shyasattva no pravancha. Dhanvanastva. Mubhayorartri. Okay, here. Tvamubhayo. Oh, that's where you are talking about.
And even the next one. Ubhayorartniyoh. We didn't finish with O sound.
Yeah.
We stopped with Visarga. So.
No. If a Visarga is there at the end of a line, you always chant the Visarga completely.
Okay, because I didn't hear that for O sound, so I was not sure if it is applicable for everything or only for certain alphabets. So
No. Forget about alphabet. If a Visarga is there at the end of the line, you have to completely chant the Visarga. And if it is associated with a Swara, the Swara pattern will different if it is O or U or E or a, like namaha. Bhuh is O, right? Then there is E sound also. So those are the E sound, O sound, bhuh, namaha, like that, right? So Visarga has to be always chanted completely, independent of what vowel is before it.
Okay. Because in this,
Tvamubhayo,
hmm,
tvam, tvamubhayo, oh, there is dirghaswaritam. Ubhayo, oh. So it's going like a wave and coming back with that yo, right? Then in the next line, Ubhayorartniyoh. There is no swara there, but it is complete. There is no swara there, right? So it is flat. Ubhayo rartniyoh, yoh.
okay.
Am I answering your question, or what? What is still have a question?
Yes, Shekharji. It depends on the swara also. Okay.
Yeah, because you have to pay attention to swara. In this case, it is flat.
Okay.
In the previous one, it is dirghaswaritam. So then if you say nama iti namaha, there is a nama ha, there is a swaritam, right? And
Yes.
in the next tvamubhayo, there is a dirghaswaritam, double line. And then
Yes.
in the next one, there is no swara.
Okay.
And you can also say hasta ishavaha. So bhagavaha iti bhagavaha vaha. Whatever is the previous vowel, swara associated with it is what the visarga will take.
Got it. Okay.
Om bhuh bhuvaha suvaha, like that. Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Are there any more questions on this? We are good. Okay. Sai Ram. So, East Coast people, Georgia, sign up for DM Parayana.